Okay, so why on earth are businesses eagerly handing over $2,200 for seemingly boring AI hiring systems? I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, right? But the reality is, behind these simple, automated text generators lies one of the most massive, untapped, recurring business opportunities in the market right now. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build this exact pipeline for yourself.
Okay, let's dive into this. The answer to that $2,000 question really comes down to one single mind-blowing number: 85%. In recent case studies, like a major one involving Hilton Hotels, implementing AI into the hiring process reduced their recruitment time by an astonishing 85%. They literally went from taking 6 weeks to hire someone down to just 5 days. Think about what a 6-week delay actually means for a business for a second. That's 6 weeks of lost productivity, completely burnt-out teams, and top-tier candidates just abandoning the pipeline to take offers from faster companies. In corporate recruitment, time is literally money. And this extreme reduction in wasted time, that is exactly the pain point companies are absolutely desperate to pay you to solve every single month.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the exact blueprint on how to turn AI job description generation and HR automation in general into a highly lucrative monthly revenue service. We're going to look at why companies are aggressively outsourcing this, the exact tools you need, and how you can package the whole shebang as a premium service that recruitment agencies and HR departments will eagerly buy on retainer.
So here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the corporate hiring bottleneck, check out the AI workflow solution, and then go over the essential tools of the trade. After that, we'll dive into the hybrid outsourcing model, how to actually package your AI service, and finally, how beginners can start doing this today. All right, let's kick things off with part 1, the corporate hiring bottleneck.
Traditionally, writing a clear, unbiased job description is just a massive chore. Let's be real. It takes HR professionals anywhere from 90 to 120 minutes of manual grunt work just to draft a single post. You've got multiple meetings, endless back-and-forth emails, and a huge risk of unconscious bias creeping right into the language. But contrast that with an AI-assisted workflow. You can generate a highly structured, inclusive job posting in under 60 seconds, and the results absolutely speak for themselves. By automatically removing exclusionary, gender-specific language, AI systems have been shown to boost overall applications by 29% and attract an incredible 79% more qualified female candidates. You aren't just saving a company time, you're fundamentally upgrading their entire talent pool.
Moving right along to Section 2, the AI workflow solution.
And this brilliantly illustrates the power of AI in a massive corporate environment. This data comes directly from Hays, which is a massive global recruitment firm. Before AI, their quality assurance team was constantly bouncing job descriptions back to recruiters for corrections, just constant friction. But after they implemented AI to process these drafts, that return rate dropped by 38%. Plus, the amount of follow-up rework needed fell by 40%. Now, the AI didn't make the posts absolutely perfect right out of the gate, but it reliably hit that 80% mark. And for you, as someone building an automation agency, that 80% mark is the holy grail. It means the AI is doing all the heavy lifting, allowing you to scale your client base and handle dozens of accounts without burning out. You just pop in, make some quick, minimal adjustments, and hit publish.
Which brings us to Section 3, Essential Tools of the Trade. What do we actually need to pull this off?
Well, if we look at the essential toolkit, the spectrum is pretty wild. On the very high end, you've got enterprise predictive platforms like Textio. These are incredible tools, right? They analyze millions of job posts and assign predictive scores for candidate diversity and application rates. But they start at $15,000 a year. For a beginner building an HR automation service, you definitely don't need that. You can actually fulfill your services using specialized recruiting platforms like Hiring Studio, which is completely free and designed specifically for recruiter intake. Or you can just use versatile tools like ChatGPT for about $25 a month. But here is the absolutely crucial part for a beginner. You don't just ask ChatGPT to write a job post. No. You engineer highly specific, nuanced prompts that extract unbiased, perfectly formatted requirements. That prompting skill, that is the actual value you're charging the client for, not just access to the software. So the barrier to entry here is effectively zero, but the value ceiling is immense.
Let's move into Section 4, the hybrid outsourcing model.
I really want to highlight this powerful quote from a recent industry report by Textio. They found that the highest ROI approach is the hybrid model, pairing offshore professionals with AI tools. Guys, this is your golden ticket. Companies do not want a purely automated, unmonitored robot handling their hiring. It's too risky. They want human-curated AI workflows. This hybrid approach delivers 2 to 3 times the productivity of a standard worker, but at a fraction of the cost of traditional onshore hiring.
Now, what's really interesting about this breakdown is how that 60-40 split practically functions. So the AI handles the 60% of the repetitive grunt work, right? We're talking data categorization, drafting the initial text, formatting. Then the human, and that's you or your team, steps in to handle the 40% that requires actual human judgment, things like quality assurance, brand strategy, and handling edge cases. This balance is critical. An MIT Sloan study recently found that when employers lazily posted purely AI-generated job descriptions without human editing, they were actually 15% less likely to result in a hire. Why? Because applicants saw a generic wall of robotic text and just assumed the employer wasn't serious. It is almost hilarious how quickly candidates can see right through it. So the human touch, your curation, is exactly what makes this service so incredibly valuable.
All right, Section 5, Packaging your AI service. Let's make this actionable. This is where we turn theory into an actual $2,200 recruitment automation package. You aren't just giving them a job description generator. Nobody pays $2,000 for that. You're building a complete done-for-you pipeline. Let's walk through this chronologically. First, you set up a simple CRM pipeline using a tool like ClickUp to track their incoming applicant data. Then, you use an automation platform like Make.com as the central nervous system connecting everything. Make.com listens for a new job request and triggers your AI to draft the description. Next, you integrate an AI research tool like Perplexity, which automatically scans the web to deeply research top candidates and decision-makers at target companies. Finally, your system generates automated custom icebreakers for outreach, seamlessly building targeted databases of prime candidates. You are selling them an entire, perfectly oiled machine that saves them hundreds of hours every single month. That is exactly why this tech stack justifies a premium price tag.
So, the crucial point here is actually the legal side of things. The legal landscape around AI hiring is getting complicated fast, which makes your human oversight your absolute biggest selling point. Laws like New York City's Local Law 144 now mandate bias audits for AI hiring tools. And recent court cases, like Mobley versus Workday, are establishing that vendors can actually be held liable for discriminatory AI systems. By intentionally offering human oversight in your package, you protect your clients from the dangerous black box of AI bias and emerging legal liabilities. When you pitch your service, you aren't just selling efficiency, you are selling legal peace of mind. And frankly, that is how you make your service indispensable and easily justify high-ticket pricing.
Finally, Section 6, How beginners can start.
Let's move to the practical side and see how this builds for someone starting from scratch. Step 1. Please don't buy expensive software. Just master a free tool like Hiring Studio or grab a $25 ChatGPT account. Learn how to prompt it to create perfect, unbiased job postings. Step 2. Build a very basic Make.com automation that simply connects an email inbox or a web form to a free ClickUp board. Simple enough, right? Step 3. Find boutique HR agencies or local recruiters and pitch them a completely risk-free trial. Offer to handle their next 5 job postings and candidate data entries for free using your hybrid system. Trust me, once they see you can do in 10 minutes what usually takes them 3 agonizing days, they will gladly pay your monthly retainer. So we've seen the data, we've seen the massive reduction in wasted time, the huge boost in candidate quality, and the exact tools you need to pull it all off. Companies are already enthusiastically paying upwards of $2,200 for this exact efficiency because, well, the ROI is undeniable. The technology is here, it's incredibly cheap, and the market is practically starving for people who know how to plug it in safely. So, what is stopping you from building your first automated pipeline today? Get out there, start experimenting with these tools, and go capture that value.